everybody, Cushington's here back with another guide. I wanted to bring you a Pyromancer, how I play Pyromancer. I want to break down how I look at every class before build. I always look at their pros and their cons, and I try to heighten their pros while trying to minimize the cons as much as possible. Alright, the pros of Pyromancer are basically their damage and the fact that they can kind of push a target away and keep them at bay for a while they pump out spells. The downfalls are past their pushback, they kind of lack in sustain and getting health back after fights, and also mana rejuvenation. Their mana upkeep is kind of demanding at times. So in order to keep mana and life, we kind of have to build to accommodate for that. So my build basically is a life on hit, mana on hit, plus critical strike damage build, and crit chance. Sorry. So you're able to crit 100% of the time. We increase our crit damage, so when we do those crits 100% of the time, our damage is higher, and then we're able to get mana and life back while we're doing damage to help us with our sustain for both our life and our mana gauges. Okay, so let's go over the gear, right? The whole idea behind the gear is to get 100% crit chance, as much crit damage as possible, as much life on hit as possible, and as much mana on hit as possible. I have a couple pieces that aren't this that I can improve on, but I was just using them for the time being while I was farming, like filming footage and things like that, because I have so many builds going on right now, so many things I'm testing. I can't really roll this for everything all the time, but I'll show you what I have so far. So helm, I have strength, life on hit, max life stacks, stamina, mana on hit, max life stacks chest, stamina, mana on hit, life on hit pants, will, fizz, and then tiny torment. Tiny torment isn't necessarily necessary, but it's nice. And life on hit, you want life on hit instead of that physical damage. Life on hit on every piece you can get life on hit is going to help our sustain. Gloves, dex, crit damage, mana on hit. This is going to help with our mana sustain and our crit damage. Crit damage, max crit chance, intel. Life on hit, will, stam. Critical strike chance, life on hit, mana on hit. And then for my sword, I have crit strike damage. And then I have damage and crit strike chance on my orb. This allows me to get 104 crit strike chance just going in, 126 crit damage. And then I also have 16 life on hit, and I have 19 mana on hit. This is why this is the Machine Gun Pyro, because I am able to just spam spells and get health and mana back constantly, to the point where I don't have to worry about popping a health pot or a mana pot too much in fights. They might help some, but it's not necessary. The fire staff is needed to stack even more, as you'll see in the video. A full fire staff would take me almost a full mana, and then I can just spam spells further and further and further. I also have 4 perks. I have dexterity, hitting enemy with fire blast grants swift casting for 10 seconds. Swift casting reduces the channeling time for your next pyroblast. This is an interrupt. So when people try to use abilities that take channel time, like another pyromancer trying to get off a full pyroblast, you can interrupt them with push or a full pyroblast from yourself. Cryomancer storm is interrupted with both a full pyroblast or fire blast. And I think there's a few other channeled abilities. I think rogue stealth you could interrupt too with these things. So swift casting, when you're interrupting someone to get off that second interrupt if they try to cast again, perfect. Stamina, when using fire blast, restore 50 life for each additional target hit, restore an additional extra 50 life. Basically, this is for our pushback. It gives us a little bit more sustain, but this isn't necessary. But we like it just for the sustain on top of everything. And stacking stam a little bit higher always helps with life, and we do need life pools because you're gonna take damage eventually, and you want to mitigate how much you take basically before you heal back up. Ignite, stage 2 pyroblast and fire blast apply 5 stacks of ignite to to hit enemy targets. Ignite, remove 1 stack every 2 seconds, and deal 5 to 10 fire damage to the target. Sorry. The second level of this, Iris of Fire, is useless. It is trash. It doesn't do that much damage. There's no reason to go for it. And then Will resets cooldown of Fire Blast after killing an enemy player. This helps a lot too in fights. If you down someone, you want your Fire Blast up as much as possible. This Fire Blast is the main way you're going to create distance and space so that you can freeze them down and keep spamming Pyroblast. With this build, you're able to spam Pyroblast into a freeze, into a Pyroblast, into a freeze, into a Pyroblast, into a freeze, into a like you until freeze runs out, and then you just spam Pyroblast, and they're dead by that time. As you'll see in the footage, I do it several times, and they will fall over. Now that we've talked about the build, I'm gonna roll some clips of the build in action, and then if you want, like, subscribe, comment, let me know how you think the build is in the comments, please. If you have a better version of Pyromancer, if you do more damage with the Pyromancer, please put it in the comments below. I hope you guys all stay blessed and enjoy the footage. Sit down. Oh god, okay, I got him. Got him. Come on, bro. Oh, calm it down, sir. Calm it down, sir. Sit your dumb ass down. 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 All right, I appreciate everybody who stayed to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please send it to somebody. Actually, send it to the pyro in your group that you think is trash. Tell him to make sure he stays to the end for this message. Hey, buddy, your friends think you're garbage, and they just want you to be a better pyromancer. So why don't you just, like, copy this build and get better? All right, everybody. I hope you all stay blessed. Have a good day.